reside. Hands up to the sky, let the bass ignite. Feel the grooves around us, everything's alright.
From this combination X quest, the truth is our guide. In the vast expanse, it's where we reside. Hands up to the sky, let the bass ignite. Feel the grooves surround us, everything's alright. SNX radio, let the truth ignite. Together we'll shine, bringing shadows to light. In this cosmic dance, we're connecting the dots.
Tune into the frequency, let's explore the spots. Heavy bass drops with tight beats.
Illuminate the shadows, the echo of our call.
On this roller ring we'll never fall.
Feel the energy rising, can you sense the spark? As we dive deeper into the cosmic arc.
Stories of the universe, mysteries unfold. In the heart of SNX, where the truth is gold. Every note we play, every line we write, crafting our legacy, shining ever bright.
SNX radio, let the truth ignite. Together we'll shine, bringing shadows to light. In this cosmic dance, we're connecting the dots.
Tune into the frequency, let's explore the spots. Here in the spotlight, we're taking our turn. With the fire in our hearts, let the passion burn. SNX radio's call, ringing through the air. Together we rise, together we dare.
So join us now, let the rhythm flow. With SNX radio, we're ready to go. Unraveling the mystery side by side, we stand hand in hand. In this dance of truth, let the story expand. In the still of the night, when shadows creep, whispers of secrets in silence seep. Coley's voice cuts through the dark, guiding us where the mystery spark. A journey awaits, far from our home, through realms unseen where wild thoughts roam. With experts aligned, their truths to share, unfolding the fabric of cosmic despair. Take the leap, step into the night. With SNX radio, we will ignite a symphony of strange where the bass drops low, journeying deep where the unknown flows. UFOs glisten in the starlit sky. ET whispers, look up, don't be shy. Paranormal tales woven into fate, as Coley invites us to contemplate.
Heavy beats.
Feel that chill when shadows align. Experiences unfold, one of a kind. Off-world encounters, truths they must find. Open your heart, release your mind. Take the leap, step into the night. With SNX radio, we will ignite a symphony of strange where the bass drops low, journeying deep where the unknown flows.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to a back-to-back episode of SNX Radio. I'm Coley. I'm going to be your host into the unknown this evening. But yeah, we just had Bigfoot Michigan Rob on the last one. If you caught the show, I absolutely love Rob. Chat was rocking. Great. And I'm just like, chat's absolutely wonderful. So before I go any further, I'm going to go down. Truth Seeker, I did see a question in there. Doing shows Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. A lot of the times I'll pick up a Wednesday and sometimes a Sunday if it's somebody who can't get those times and it's really important to get them in or they're in a different country. Sometimes that comes into play. So yes, and if you guys have any guests that you would like to see on, please drop it in the comments or find me on social media. Find me at ColeyUFO. Just cringeworthy, but it is what it is. I'm on X, Facebook, you name it, I'm on there, Rumble. But my main ones would be ColeyUFO on Twitter, on Facebook, ColeyUFO, and ColeySNX. I can get you all the groups and stuff from there, and YouTube at SNX Radio. So with that housekeeping getting done, we're going to go right through it. And who's in for number one? I said I was going to do three, but there was four of them that snuck in there. So I really want to thank Kitty Cat Whack. You got it. You just earned yourself a wrench. I will get one to you. Oh, look, we got Simone Jax. Welcome. Welcome back. Yeah, great. Mad Pax for number three. Your third place, Max. And Chiro Sounds 4, and that's great. That is great. I mean, there might be some progress. No, I'm joking. Top 4 people are right there. They are all have wrenches and they're going to all help you. So if you see one of them or you see Kurt W75, Whispering Portals, or anybody with a wrench and you're having issues, please go to them. They know how to get to me. Even if it's on all caps, they'll get my attention, and believe me, we'll get it taken care of. So with that being said, let's see who else is in this chat. So yeah, there I am. Hey, Coley. No, I'm joking. And so we got, Mad Pax. You guys are just awesome. You're like on top of everything. And I really appreciate with the Corey Good and James Gillian show yesterday, you guys did fantastic. Corey and his team really had some worries about that. And I was like, no, man, those wrenches, they got it under control, and you guys did. So thank you for that. Robert Ball. Robert, who let you in here? No, I'm joking. Welcome, Robert. Sonia Galactic. She's the one that found the footage that we pulled from the trial of Mr. Corey Good. Sonia is wonderful, talented, definitely has a lot to offer. So check that girl out. J Truth Seeker. Again, it's usually Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Anywhere. I usually run either a 7 to 9 and a 9 to 11. Sometimes that fluctuates, but if you follow me on social media, I can make sure that you get that schedule. So you never have to wonder, because we love having you here. We do. Let me see here. Oh, Kurt. I can't call him Kurt W75. Well, I can for short. But I'm talking about Kurt Walter 75. Let me put him up. And Sonia Galactic. She's also a wrench. And so if you have any problems at all, you track one of these guys down, because they are good. And we are about there, I think. Bigfoot Michigan Rob is back in the chat. Hey, I've seen you somewhere before. And the Sonia Galactic. Yes, yeah. Oh, I was like, at first, am I in the right show? I wouldn't have gotten this far. That's hilarious. I laugh at myself. That's okay. If I didn't laugh, I don't know who would. Joseph Grimm. Hey, buddy. Thank you. Enjoy having you here. Hopefully we'll tune you to some Bigfoot happenings. Happy Monday, all. Oh, yeah. That's awesome. I just want to make sure that from this pot. Oh, who do we got? TETs 4316. Welcome over to SNX Radio. It's nice to bump into you over here. Oh, that's so nice. Love you guys too. Chat is so important. And with that being said, I'm going to go into it on who our guest is tonight and where we are going with this. So anyway, his name is Nick. Oh, I hope I get this right, Nick. If not, please forgive me, and you totally can correct me when I'm off. But Nick Valente is a prominent Fortean researcher, cryptozoologist, and is dedicated field investigator and specializing in the study of cryptid paranormal and participating in elusive Dogman. Yes, he's got cryptid. He's got so much going on. With over 23 years of experience in the field, he is renowned for his boots on the ground approach, conducting hands-on investigations into sightings and encounters, rather than relying society on anecdotal reports. So he's doing it. His work spans from the United States, Mexico, and Canada, where he has pursued not only Dogman but other cryptids such as Sasquatch, Bigfoot, and Chupacabra, Mothman, and it looks like the Jersey Devil. Oh, that's interesting. Most of his notable achievements in leadership roles, he is North America Dogman Project, NADP, as Director of Regional 3. He's got overseas investigations into Dogman sightings, compiles eyewitnesses, and he's really doing so much for this. Also, the International Dogman Project. I mean, he's got a lot going on, to the point where, I mean, I've never seen one. He's actually the top dog, man, if you look him up. So right now, so congratulations on that. And without further ado, we're going to bring Nick up on stage. Hey, Nick, did I get your name right? Please tell me.
No, you got the name right, Coley. You got it good.
Thank gosh. Yeah, I was like, oh, I forgot to ask. I usually ask because sometimes it's different. But tell people, I mean, I was so impressed when I heard that. But congratulations on being top dog and the dog man. I mean, like, however it's great. I mean, like, when I did, I don't know how many research, your name is up there. So that's a pretty big thing to hold right there. Why don't you tell everybody a little bit about yourself, what you do, and how you got into this?
Well, I started into paranormal when I was very young. My mother kind of brought me into that. She told me about experiences that she had with spirits that had appeared to her. And I started to investigate that. I used to read books by Hans Holzer. He's the original ghost hunter out there. I actually formed a couple of teams in high school, and we used to go to supposedly haunted houses and graveyards and the like. Anything that we heard that was haunted or spooky or whatever, and we kind of disproved everything. And after a while, I just got tired of it. We disproved cold spots, and we walked through graveyards that are supposed to turn your hair gray if you walked, from east to west at 12 o'clock midnight. Never happened. I did it by myself a couple of times. Wasn't a problem. From there, in my time, we used to go to the library. I don't know, kids today, they just stay on the
oh yeah, I went to one of those too. And
Yeah.
I said most of my work when I was in grade school was from the Encyclopedia Britannica of
Right.
1969. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I had a couple of those, but we used to go to the library. My mom would take me there, and sometimes on the weekends, my father would take me there, and he would take me to like old bookstores. And I started reading stories about the Yeti, the abdominal snowman. You got Nessie, the Loch Ness monster, and the like. And then also Bigfoot snook in there during my time. So I started getting interested in cryptids. I didn't really know anything about the Dogman, which is what I specialize in these days, even though I do all the cryptids. I didn't know about the Dogman until 2013. I actually had I want to call it more than just a sighting, because it was like 30 feet away from me. And from that day on, I started to investigate the Dogman along with other cryptids, because I was living in New Jersey at the time. And as you mentioned, the Jersey Devil.
Yes.
I put 6 years down in South Jersey, searching out the Jersey Devil. I have been over the border into Mexico back, about 15 years ago. With a friend of mine, and we actually saw a dead Chupacabra. A rancher over there shot one, and we got to go to actually see it. And I proved to him that the Chupacabra do not suck the blood out of their victims, out of the chickens or the sheep or whatever. I showed him that. So what I'm trying to get at is I try to do my mantra is to prove or to disprove, whether something actually exists or not. And
So you're just
what
not
this,
buying right into it. Like some people will just see and think, oh, it must be a ghost, or oh, it must be Bigfoot. You know, where you're like, no, let's take a look around here and do some logical, evaluations on what's going on.
yeah, a lot of people don't like the fact that I'm disproving their cryptid, and or even say that it's not real, like the Mothman. There's so many pictures of it out there, and this is before AI, of course, and it's reported to be in Japan, in Russia, at places where catastrophes has happened. It started out in West Virginia, where a bridge collapsed over there, and it was right outside that bridge the day before.
Oh wow.
I investigated that. I followed it from West Virginia all the way up to Michigan, where they've had reports over there, and I found that it's most likely a sandhill crane. So instead of
That's
being a
interesting.
real Mothman, however, I can't disprove Bigfoot. I can't really disprove the Dogman, and I've been researching those for many years, and they really, it's astounding how many reports come in to my organization, the International Dogman Project, like on a weekly basis.
So you're just like immersed yourself into all of this.
Oh yeah, in fact, I brought forth, and I hope we were the archetype for other people. I know they formed teams. I was the first one to actually tell everybody out there that, look, you really shouldn't go out in the forest alone. And I like to go out there with 7-man teams. We are kitted up. We do have rifles and pistols with us. We have bear spray. Here's one of them right here. Here's bear spray.
Oh yeah. Every time I'm out, everybody's got that bear spray.
We've used it. I have electronic flashbangs. See this little thing here. I don't want to set it off because it'll blast your ears. You wouldn't believe the decibels that it puts out and the light.
Wow.
I carry salt, black salt, white salt, you name it, because you never know. You don't know what you're going to come up against out there. Now, the International Dogman Project, which I started, I broke away from another organization that did Dogman, and I started the International Dogman Project. And we are a no-kill organization. However, I believe, we don't go out there hunting
self-defense and killing yourself are two separate things.
Yeah, but we can defend ourselves if we're attacked.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, if you're out there, you may or may not find a cryptid, or it may find you, but you might also come across a mountain lion, a bear, coyote, wolves. And generally wolves won't attack you, but there are certain times where they may. Insects, you got ticks out there. So you got to really be prepared when you go out there. And we go out with med kits, attached to our belts, and we actually we're prepared. If we find something, we're prepared to take photographs of footprints, of claw marks, broken trees, any evidence that there was a cryptid out there. We came across 5 trees that were pulled out of the ground and then shoved upside down back into the ground.
Oh, wow.
Now, standing there taking pictures of that, it's like, wow, something that did something like that had to be inhumanly strong.
Yeah, definitely.
And on the History Channel, they had an incident at a logging camp up near Canada where a tree that was about 20 inches around and maybe 10 feet long was thrown from the forest area all the way out to where the loggers were. And it was approximately 200 feet this thing sailed through the air.
Oh, wow.
Now what they did was they took it to a Hollywood company came to them, and they wanted to get the whole story on it. And an FX guy tried to duplicate that feat, throwing something that's 20 inches around, 10 feet long, made out of wood, that distance. No machine that they could possibly make could do that.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
Huh.
so whatever threw that thing, most likely a Sasquatch, was inhumanly strong. And it's just
Wow.
not something you want to come across, especially if it gets mad at you.
Right. Right. So, and from my understanding and everybody else that I've spoke with, you're not going to see one unless they want to see you. Is that kind of been your take on that also?
Well, there's times where well, my team, for instance, when we go through the woods, we do travel silently, very silently. They're all former tier one guys, military,
Mm-hmm.
and we can come across them. I'll tell you about something that we had in North Carolina here about 2 years ago that we came across, and then it popped up. But just let me get something across to you is that sometimes you can come across something that is, a cryptid that is preoccupied. It
Okay.
could have just made a kill and it's hungry and it's eating. It might be near a river because it's drinking, because that's where they do hang. They try to be near a water source. If
Sure.
it's alive and it can bleed and it can breathe, it needs water. And also look at a river as a food source. Deer will go to rivers. You have fish in the rivers. You have other animals and creatures that go near the river and live in the river. So whether it be a dogman, a Sasquatch, a Chupacabra, you name it, it's going to go near a water source. You might
Sure.
sneak up on it. There have been many stories out there where hunters have been hunting deer, and they'll have shot the deer with either a rifle or an arrow, and they're following the blood trail, and they figure, all right, we'll follow it until it drops, and it's not there. They'll see a
Oh
big
man.
pool of blood, and then suddenly nothing. So, like, what happened? Suddenly it's gone.
Yeah.
What we would figure in that case is that it's possibly a dogman or a Bigfoot, scooped up the deer, threw it over the shoulder, took it away. Because evidently they have families too.
Right.
And, they have to feed them also.
And we're not sitting there saying stuff about who's hunting who, what's hunting what. I mean, realistically, they might not know.
Right? That's exactly it. There have been times where hunters have made a sighting of a Sasquatch, and they're there holding their gun, and suddenly in their mind they hear a voice, and it's mind speak. The Sasquatch is projecting mind speak to them, telling them,
Oh.
"You raise the gun, you shoot that gun, you're going to die."
Yeah, you're the second one today that says no guns, or you will not see ET, or you
Well,
will not see Sasquatch.
if I'm out in the field with my team, like I said, we have a right to be out there and we have a right to defend ourselves. But I'm out there with my team, we're not going to raise that gun unless if we meet up with a cryptid and it's aggressive, we're going to try to save our lives. Like I said,
Absolutely.
that's the reason why we carry the bear spray. I'm going to spray that out there. And a quick story for you: when we had to use the bear spray 2 years ago, I got several reports. This is when I was living in New Jersey. I now live in North Carolina. And I decided to move out here because a lot of my calls that I get during the week, and we get anywhere from 15 to like 45 calls a week. People are calling in sightings or encounters. And I should back up. A sighting is you see something and then it's gone. An encounter is you're there, it comes out of the woods and it's standing there looking at you, or it comes towards you, or you're driving down a roadway and you look to the right and you see a dog man pacing your car. These have been reports that we've gotten. So the encounter is the quick thing. The sighting is the quick thing. The encounter is the down and dirty, and you're there watching the cryptid and it's watching you.
Oh
And
yeah.
there's been so many of those reports out there. Anyway, we got about 5 reports over a period of 7 days about a park in North Carolina that people use to picnic. They take their kids there. They going through the park. They go on the river over there. They'll do cookouts and everything. We got 5 reports in 7 days that they saw a dog man
Oh
in the area.
wow.
In the area, 5
Wow.
reports in 7 days. I couldn't ignore it. I always check things out first. So I got back to the people and I asked them, I said, will you talk to me? I will either talk to them on the phone or I'll text message them or I'll hit them up on Facebook Messenger. A lot of times I'd like to do like we're doing right now and have the webcam and speak to the people.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And I want to confirm.
I could even get them on. I don't have a call-in show set up or designed, but I do have a way to put it up through my mic if you wanted to take a couple calls on it too. It's totally up to you.
Well, it's up to you. It's your show. Anything, I'm totally open. And who's this? Benno?
Oh yes. Benno from Oz.
Yeah, you don't want to see a Dogman, Benno. I'm going to tell you right now. It's something you do not want. Be prepared when you go out there. Don't go out in the woods alone. Have at least 3 of you out there. But anyway, let me get back to telling you what happened.
Yeah. You do that. I'm going to listen, and I'm just going to set this up while I'm doing it and listening. Just know on my ears, I'm being attentive, but I'll just have that as an option.
All right. Well, what we did was I took my team of 7. We traveled out there to North Carolina, and we went to the park. And on the first day, we went to the areas, and we really didn't find anything. And what we're looking for is footprints. We're looking for claw marks on trees. I met up with 2 of the witnesses, and they gave me a description. And that was on a Wednesday. And we stayed there during the day. We came back at night. And generally, we do our investigations at nighttime. And we were there from 10 at night to 1 in the morning. We went to our hotel room, slept, ate breakfast, came back out the next day, a Thursday. We're going to an area where 3 of the witnesses said they saw the Dogman. And we're in a V-shaped formation as we're walking down this trail. And we see the bushes shaking.
Oh,
and
wow.
It's very close. It was about 20 feet in front of us. We drop, we take a knee, and everybody brought up their rifles, and we're looking that way. And out of behind the bushes, we hear a roar, and a gigantic creature comes out of those bushes.
Oh, wow.
I look, and like I said, I've studied zoology for many, many years. I'm going for a master's in it, so I know
What
what
are you
I'm looking
studying?
at.
I'm sorry, stop it. What are you studying, Nick?
Zoology.
Oh, zoology. I was like, I studied psychology. That's what I thought you said at first.
No, zoology.
No, we're on the opposite end of the spectrum.
Yeah, like I told you in the beginning, you got to know what you're looking at. Because if it's a cryptid, you want to say, yeah, that's a cryptid, or if it's a regular animal, you want to be able to say, well, in any case, what came out from the bushes was a large black creature, and it didn't. I'm going to tell you right off the bat what it was. It was about 6 foot 8 inches tall, and it was a black bear, an unusually large black bear. Now, the reason that people thought that it was a Dogman is because it had a misshapen snout. Now, if anybody knows what a black bear looks like, it has a narrow nose and it comes out short. This thing had a very long nose.
Oh,
and
wow.
It was whitish. And I told the guys in the front, everybody to hold their fire and not shoot the thing because it's a bear. You could tell a Dogman has longer arms. This thing had short arms like a black bear would have. So I recognized it right away what it was, but it must have been in fights or it had some sort of a skin disease or something because the facial features did not look like a normal black bear. It went up on 2 legs and it was sniffing around. That's what it was doing behind the bushes. It came forward towards us. Now, mind you, 6'7", 6'8" is big for a black bear. And in any case, I'll tell you what we did. I told the 2 guys in the front to hit it with the bear spray because it was getting aggressive at this point and it was coming at us. So we hit it with the bear spray. Now, bear spray will give you a conical shape of shot of oleoresin capsicum. And by conical, I mean it goes out like this. It doesn't go straight like a spray, like a police pepper spray, which is just a stream. We hit it. It hit the ground, rubbed its face in the ground, and just ran off. We reported it to the local forest ranger that was in the area, And he says, "Oh, that's nothing. You wouldn't believe. We had one that we had to put down back in the late 70s, and that thing was 6'9" tall. And what it was doing
Wow.
was it was harassing people for food. And he kind of heard about this bear because it was doing similar things. It was looking for food. Now, there's something about North Carolina that we learned that's different than other places. Black bear do not hibernate in North Carolina. They do not hibernate here because of the weather. So in other states, you're not going to see them all year round, but you will see black bear all year round in North Carolina.
Wow. So I guess, tell them about the research teams that you have and the data that you're collecting. I think that's so impressive.
Well, now I want to differentiate between what you were calling boots on the ground. We call it field investigation. Field investigation and research, that's two different things. Okay, research is done from your computer, the library, bookstores, newspapers, and by interviewing people. Field investigation is actually going out there in the field and taking casts of footprints, taking the photographs of the claw marks on trees.
Yeah.
And you can differentiate between like a dogman's claw mark on a tree and like say a black bear or a brown bear claw marks. A black bear has a hand about the size of my hand.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Now, a brown bear or a grizzly bear will have a paw that's, if you see what I'm doing here, about that big.
Wow.
That's the reason why I encourage people to go to the zoo and actually look at what these animals look like. If you were to go to the
That's so
zoo,
true. You should do all of this with
my
any
God.
of the cryptids, any of this. Go and figure out, because it's not always what you think it is, and that's a very good point.
Yeah, exactly. And just to hit back on the Chupacabra thing, there are plenty of sightings in Southwest Texas of Chupacabra, and we feel like it's a mix between a coyote and a wolf. And there's something else in there too. I got some samples for DNA testing.
Oh, wow.
Which out of my own pocket now, it cost me $275 with a vet that I knew in New Jersey, and he did DNA sampling on what I brought back from Chad, Mexico. From that I want to call him a farmer because he's a farmer rancher who shot a Chupacabra, quote. And I brought it back, and he says it was 48% wolf, 50% coyote, and it came back 2% unknown, which they didn't know what the unknown was. But you can have this DNA testing done on your own animal.
Wow.
Like if your own cat or your own dog, just to find out what type of animal they are. If they're like mutts or whatever. So it's a simple
think if
thing.
they hit anything, I mean, can they test for everything? And do you think if they did hit on something, they would let you know ever?
Well, I paid for it, and he uses a very reputable scientific firm that does blood testing, and
Okay.
they're worldwide. That's the one he uses. He uses one that is worldwide. So they're taking samples from all over the world, and that's what he told me that the sample I gave him was from. Now,
Oh, cool.
you might say, well, what good is that? Well, sometimes people find hair samples on barbed wire,
Right.
and it's soon after they saw, like, say, a Bigfoot go through the property. So,
Oh, yeah.
the hair samples, you want to get that checked out and stuff. So, but a lot of people, they're not going to go spend the money to get it checked out. And I'm going to tell you right off the bat, sending your samples, your bone samples, your hair samples, or blood samples to the Smithsonian is a no-go.
That's a bad idea. Yeah, I know that's a bad idea. Yeah.
You will never see or hear of that sample again. They will deny that they even received it.
Oh, yeah.
I have quite a few people that I know personally, and people that have also sent me in emails telling me that they sent samples to the Smithsonian over the years, and it's totally denied. It's something the government just denies.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's it. It's plain and simple. They just deny
Thank
it.
your government. Your
You know,
local.
even though we are coming out, they are coming out with more and more information on like on UFOs and aliens. You know, we saw it on television that they did have that congressional hearing on that. So that's a step forward anyway.
It's better than I guess step back. So and that's kind of where we have been for a bit. But I was just gonna say too, Nick, since you were open to taking phone calls, if anybody is interested in calling Nick and asking your question on the phone, I'm just kind of trying this out. I do have call in studio, but I don't have it hooked up. I think I can make this work. So I don't even know if one of the mods can go ahead and call in, and I'm gonna put the number up there for you. And that number is, I wish Spiderweb was in here. She knows how to do the international better than what I do. But for right now, it's 1-563-253-2251. Again, we are taking calls at 1-563-253-2251. And I promise to have the official studios up so it doesn't sound, but right now I thought it'd be more important that we were, opening this up to take calls. Otherwise, you can shoot that number a text as well if you have a question. That might work out. But yeah, no, we're ready. We're ready. Let's see who's in that chat room and give us a test call, because I think that would be very important. Sonia Galactic girl, can you give that number a call? Can you? Let's see, my phone company. I don't want to hear your phone companies are down either. Okay. No, everybody can have their phone company down. I see you. I was looking, sorry, Simone Jackson. I thought that was Sonia Galactic up there giving Kurt Walter, number 75. You go ahead. Can anybody give it a test call? Because I just want to make sure this is working so Nick and I don't get like in the depths of this conversation, because it's getting good. It's getting good. So I just want to make sure that that the call goes through. And Nick, do you have anybody you can? So once one call happens, you have no idea. Then they'll all call. It's just like this first call that
Right.
gives people. Yeah, I know from Oz, please give us a call. Anybody test this phone line out, please. I would owe you immensely. So we're just going to kind of wait here and then just continue. But just know that phone line, I'm going to get somebody to do a test call. Even if I have to trick my son into doing it, he'll do it. But yeah, I just want to make sure that it's working and stuff. So, but by all means, go ahead. You're talking about what you're doing, the projects you got going on, and it is different. Where we call, see, I always thought boots on the ground. I'm probably going to just sound like an idiot right here, but boots on the ground was a term I didn't know was kind of like the new thing. I just thought you're going your boots on the ground. That's how I've always heard of it. But
It's actually a military term, boots on the ground. I like to call it field investigation.
right, yeah,
Because you're actually out there going into the field. Now, when I say we go field investigating, we don't just go 1 or 2 or 3 miles. We go 20, 25 miles into the field, 30. We're going into areas that are thousands of square miles of forest area. And you technically have to stay there overnight. And I tell people, if you do happen to do that, don't go by yourself.
yes,
Don't wear sandals, wear the appropriate gear. You really should be wearing boots. You should have gloves. You should have food and water. You should have a way to protect yourself. If you don't like guns, at least have a loud sonic whistle. We carry whistles with us.
oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, they go up to 165 decibels. If anything, it's going to aggravate whatever's coming at you. Remember, a dog, a cat, their hearing is 100 plus times better than ours. Bear spray is going to work, 99.99% of the time. If you happen to be in like Oklahoma, you've got wild boar out there.
Oh, wow.
And it'll work on those things. Those things will charge you. And those things are kind of big. I mean, they're free, some of them 400 pounds. They're huge. So like I said, you may not find a cryptid out there, or it may not find you, but some other animal might find you.
All right. Be careful, yeah, what you're looking for. And people taking out other than bear spray and some stuff like that. Is there any other things that you recommend going out there with?
Well, yeah, you definitely need water and food. You need a blanket. I would say if you're going to go, at least 5 or 6 miles out there, you really should bring like a solar blanket. I mean, they're small, but they open up big so that you can stay warm.
Sure.
And you can stay dry, and just in case it does rain, while you're out there. It's happened to us many a time. You know, when we'd have to throw our tents up. I would also say that you really should wear gloves. You should wear boots. Definitely wear boots. You know, if a snake is going to come out from the ground and strike at you, it's going to strike up to 6
Oh, that's
inches off
how
the
you
ground.
hit the nail on the head. That's what I am. That's exactly what I avoid at all
Yeah.
costs.
I mean,
The
what
most.
we wear 8-inch
Right.
boots, very comfortable boots, by the way, and we also wear gaiters. They're Kevlar
Okay.
gaiters, so that if a snake hits us, the gaiters go up to our knees. You know, from down on the bottom of the boots up to your knee. It's
Sure.
it's not gonna pierce. Something I tell people all the time on any show I've always been is look up. Always look up.
We say
You know,
that.
a mountain lion can, from a standstill, jump 14 feet in the air.
Okay. No,
So
no, I did not know
a
that.
mountain lion will take its prey into the trees.
Oh
You know,
Lord.
it'll jump up into the trees. So you could be going in a little forested area, and there's a mountain lion up there in the tree looking down at you.
Licking its lips, most likely.
Yeah, and it's saying, well, you know, you feed its family.
Mm.
Generally, it's not going to jump on myself and my team because there's 7 of us. Like I said, I definitely would tell people to shy away from wearing sandals when you're out there.
Oh yeah. No,
I mean,
you would think who would do this, but I worked at a zip
oh,
line where there was hefty hiking, and
please.
sure enough, there were people out there in sandals, and I was like, "Oh, what are you killing me with this one for real?"
This one radio show contacted me about 5 years ago and said, we want to film you folks out in the field, and we want to take a bunch of people to come along with you. And I said, okay, but they're going to have to listen to what we tell them.
Right.
They need to stay in the middle. We'll form a diamond around them, and they'll be in the middle, and, you know, they'll go with us. Okay, the day comes. Half the people didn't have water. 4 people had sandals, no socks, just naked feet, sandals. 1 girl had flip-flops.
4.
I'm
1, 2,
happy to report
3, 4. Yeah.
none of the ladies had high heels.
They're getting worse.
You know, it was hilarious. I did not want to go into the field with these people.
That even wouldn't surprise me though either after what I saw.
It was terrible because they wanted
like, where did you people come from?
Yeah, they wanted to do a 3-hour show, and there was a dozen people, and I'm like, well, are you folks going to feed them because they don't really have anything?
You aren't going to make it past 15.
You know?
Yeah, right.
We were not going to be able to go that far into the wooded area. So, you know, we did. We went about, I'd say half a mile into the wooded area because I figure a half mile in, half mile out, and get them out of there. They got the film that they wanted, and we got them out. But I'll tell you, they were suffering because, you know, when you're going through a forested area, you're going to go over branches, and you're going to go through dirty areas and rocks and all kinds of stuff. And the people with the flip-flops are really hurting. So
I should not laugh. I should not laugh. But I laugh because I've been there and done just the stupid stuff. But
did you really do something like that?
Oh, what's that? Oh, I never that stupid when it came to stuff like that. But I'm saying I could envision myself from time to time, you know, like whatever. But I just want to see on here. I know Truth Seeker. It's not set up yet. Are you serious? Do you want to text that number and then I could give you a call back? Would that work? Because I don't know why it's not set up yet. Because it should be taking calls. Definitely taking calls. So if you shoot me a text on this number, or if you just try calling again, I have it open so we could see if the calls go through. We'd love to get some calls in here for Nick. I think that would be amazing. I really would. I think that would be awesome. You're really interacting well with the people, and they love. I mean, we got some Bigfoot lovers in here. Kurt W75, yeah. Tell me if it's not working, then like I said, the other option is to shoot a text to that number. Oh, she's trying again, and then I could give you a call back. So hopefully we're gonna get this going. And like I said, next time I'll definitely have the call-in studio set up. Because there's an interface that you need. And I was like, I don't want to screw everything up before I do this, but I'm just going to do it this week before I start shows, because I have shows Tuesday, I picked up a new show called MK Invasion on Tuesday night, so I try and. Oh, here we go. Oh, maybe not. Let's see. Glad to see. Okay. Did you just call? Or you just send a text? Okay. Can you shoot me a text and I can just go ahead and give you a call? Because if you're the 618, I got you. But I think no, you know what? I'm in the wrong place. So thanks that. Yeah, try one more time and we'll see if it gets you. Because I don't know why when it rang for other people. So it's crazy that it's not ringing. But if so, like I said, if you want to shoot it in a message, I can get that to you and just give you a call back. I'm thinking once I just call out, it should like sync up or whatever. But yeah, and two, that would be okay. So I have a question too. It says, do you believe that they have special where to go? Do you believe that they have excuse me, I'm in the right one. I was hoping you could wrong one. Here we go. Do you believe that they have a special abilities? Because I know that they can mess with my electronics. What do you think? And that's from Mike Nation.
I believe they do have some special abilities to mess with your electronics. Yes, I've like I said, in doing research and speaking with people who have been out in the woods, suddenly they're like hunters. Their walkie-talkies don't work. Their cell phones don't work. I think a lot of times the reason why they didn't work, because they reported that they disappeared right after they had a sighting, is because they are probably near a portal.
Oh,
transportation portal. And as you know, any portal is going to produce energy. And portals are really nothing new, because like scientists have proven that there's like 11 different dimensions.
yeah, that's what I heard. Just same numbers before and
11
yesterday.
different dimensions out there. So who's to say that they don't travel between the different dimensions? It's kind of odd, because we like to call it like, there's footprints in the woods and you're following it and you're taking good photographs, you're making nice casts, and all of a sudden the footprint disappears.
Right.
And there's no more footprint. And it's like, why not? The ground is damp and there's no more Bigfoot footprint. Where did it go? There's no trees in the area. They can't jump like the Amazing Hulk, where did they go to? Evidently, they may have hit a portal and they've transported themselves out of there. And like I said, it's a scientific fact. They've proven that there's 11 different dimensions. I mean, for all I know, there could be people standing behind me, but I can't see them. Right. I can't interact with them because they're from a different dimension and they're just not in my frequency. Something else we know is that, like what we see, we only see 10%.
Yes.
Color spectrum out there.
Yes.
Animals, for instance, see something like 37%. I had an aunt who had a cat that would stop and stare at something.
Yeah.
And for years, she investigated, tried to find out who the heck owned this house and did anything happen. And sure enough, where that cat was staring was where something bad had happened.
Yeah.
And I guess maybe it was seeing a spirit or something. I don't know. But like I said, animals they can see a different color spectrum than we can. Animals can hear, dogs can hear like 147 times more than we can hear. So there's just so much out there that you have to compile and take into, effect when you're talking about cryptids and searching for them out there.
Everybody says, I don't know if you're on board with this, but intention is everything.
Oh, yeah. And
do you think that they know you're coming far before you know you're coming?
Well, that's another thing that we try to, my team and I, what we do is, like, we don't clean our guns with gun oil. We clean them with coconut oil because it's not a scent that they're going to put with something that they've smelled before that hunters have had out there.
Will it cover the scent?
Coconut oil is it's just a natural scent. It comes from nature.
Mm-hmm.
So what we'll do is we'll wipe down the inside of the barrel, the outside of the barrel and everything. we'll take showers before we leave, but not use soap, no deodorant. If you shave,
Going out all natural.
we don't put anything on. We just wash our faces off and go out there because they can
Sure.
smell you.
No,
You
that's
know?
paranormal. We did the same thing. I remember I sprayed body spray and I was like, we pulled up and they're like, you can't, but in like their defense, there's things that you can smell with spirits and things that are
Right.
going on. And so it's like that for Bigfoot. I'm like, when I went out, we got close to the smell, the pungent, like,
Mhm.
I don't know what you want to call that smell, but it was bad. So I guess in some of that is that or another reason. And other than that kind of smell, is there any other things like you can smell with them? I mean, do they smell pleasant at times? I mean,
I mean,
I don't.
they could sense that you're coming, and they can hear you better, and they probably could smell if it's just a regular person that hasn't prepared for it. Some people, I've been on other shows, and I told them that we don't really wear anything. One thing, and they say, well, what about the insects? Well, we do have a special insect spray that we do put on out
Oh,
there
okay.
because, I mean, heck, in the summertime when it's hot, or if you're going through a swampy area, you're going to get bit to death. So there is a special type of insect spray that we do use, but it's an insect spray that's made from nature, from natural things, and we get it from a special place, and it does keep the bugs away. And then,
Oh,
it can be annoying when you're out there for hours on end, and then
right.
you're camping out there, and you don't want to be bit to death, and you don't want ticks crawling up your leg or anything. So, we do shoot that
No,
up.
it only goes so far, but yeah, I guess you can't put that on either. Like the vanilla.
One tip I'd like to leave to the people, besides wearing 8-inch boots and possibly gaiters when you're out there, long pants, is to wear gloves. I
Wow.
wear a pair of mechanics wear gloves. They're tactical gloves. But like if you need to climb something, or say you get injured and you got to you're going to use your hands. You're going to rip your hands apart. If you need to climb, or you need to get out of a place, or maybe I know a hunter that, thank God he did wear gloves. He broke his leg and he dragged himself almost 3 miles out of the woods to the parking
Wow.
lot where he parked his truck. And he had broken his leg really bad. It was a compound fracture sticking right out. He bandaged it as good as he could, and then crawled out of there. And
That's crazy.
he was lucky. He told me, says, I was absolutely lucky that I had gloves on.
Wow.
What was you saying?
No, I said that that's like just those that information. People are really like, getting out there. I was looking before TETs. He said that they don't in Ireland, that they don't even have Sasquatch. Like it's not a thing there. And so it's cool for people who are going out, maybe unaware of like the cryptids and things, to know, hey, bring this stuff with you. This is what you expect to encounter. Like I think the boots and the like all of your because you've been out there so many times and you have so many teams is really important. And people are very interested in that.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
and
definitely.
I just want to say that what is it, Mad Pax? He's right. He's right.
Matt,
He leaves his clothing outside for a week and lets nature put its scent on his clothes before he goes out hunting. Something about Ireland, though, they may not have Sasquatch sightings there, but they do have Black Panther sightings. I mean, that's kind of odd.
Oh, yeah.
Throughout the UK, you do have panther sightings. And they do have their types of cryptids that they have in that area also. I mean, every country has their special cryptids. Like, I run a podcast myself, and we did a podcast one time on the Mongolian death worm,
Oh,
and
wow.
people know about that. That's out of
You've
Mongolia.
got some interesting topics on your show. I was over scoping it out when I asked you to come on mine, and I was like, wow, this is cool.
Yeah,
I like the topics.
I'll tell you,
It's not like
Mongolian
anybody
death worm.
else's. It's cool.
Mongolian death worm is funny as all, because I mean, if you really try to research it back, there are books that show that that the thing was out there over in Mongolia. You would have a person with a wagon, a covered wagon, and a horse, and they'd be going over sand, and all of a sudden the horse goes into a hole, and the people jump out, and then the wagon gets dragged into the hole, and they would run to the local mayor of a city and complain. That's something that they lost all their goods and everything. And they said, like, what are you going to do about it? Now, why I'm mentioning this is because it's mentioned in books that people kept journals back then. Coley? They actually kept journals back then.
You should
back
see
in
the amount of my
1700s.
journals from UFO stuff. Of
Yeah.
course, people kept journals. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I mean, I actually got to see some. Well, it was filmed, with a camera and put into microfilm and microfiche. But I got to see newspaper reports, excuse me, where they actually printed this stuff over there in Mongolia about the Mongolian death worm in the Mongolian desert. And it came back from the 15 and 1600s.
Wow.
Well, like I said, they would complain to the local authorities that this happened to them. So it's not something that odd. So Ireland has their cryptids too. I mean, they have their fairies, their leprechauns.
Mm-hmm.
They have several different cryptids that people don't even talk about.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The fairies, now there's a well-documented case around here, but it hasn't been since the 1800s, if that tells you anything about the topic.
Uh-huh.
Definitely. Well, you know what I think we should do, since we're not getting a call, should I make a test call? Would you be okay if I just made a test call real quick and we'll see if we can get somebody here? I just want to see and make sure this works.
Yeah, see if it works.
Yeah. Because I have had to make the first call on somebody's show, and it is, for whatever reason, it's definitely a little nerve-wracking, but let me see if I can get this one on.
Well, the folks listening, if they want to type into the comments, a question, we can do it that way too.
Oh yeah. You don't have to call and leave a voicemail. I just didn't know if they wanted to call back if it wasn't. Let's see if this is going to pick it up. Turn it way up. Is the mic picking it up?
I'm sorry, but the person you called has a voicemail box that has not been set up yet.
Let's see. I'm going to try one more here. This should be the best. Is that? Oh, you know what? Until it died. Well, we're going to go ahead and wait just a minute. Sonia Galactic, shame on you for not answering your phone. We'll see who I pull next. But yeah, so continue on. We'll leave your questions in chat, and two, we'll pull them up. And yes, definitely. And you all seem to have phone problems. Oh, no, that's my phone just starting back up. But yes, so go ahead. Yeah.
A couple other tips for your budding researchers, because a lot of people don't want to go out in the field. And field work isn't for everybody. If you're a researcher, you're doing that from the internet, from books, libraries, old bookstores, newspapers, microfilm, microfiche. I went to this one library, for instance, in Texas, and I got into their microfilm, and they had a picture from the early 1700s, about 25 people in front of a barn. And tacked to the barn was a large pterodactyl type creature. Evidently, they found it and they tacked it to the barn and they took a picture of this thing. And this is back in the old Wild West days. Now, that's not something like, somebody's going to, fake from way back when, because it was in a newspaper. It was an actual picture pulled out of a newspaper.
Wow.
So
That's
what
awesome.
I want to, recommend to people who do research is definitely go to the old bookstores, see if there's any, old books on cryptids or anything mentioned. Go to the libraries, go back into those old newspapers from the 1700s and even the 1800s, because they have a lot of information over there. What did he say here? It says any extra activity around caves. Basically, running around in packs, no. But what we have seen is, and just recently, a friend of mine from Texas, he's had what they are is not packs so much, but families. And it would be like a male and a female and 2 or 3 juveniles. And in my friend's case in Texas, he has a male, female, 3 juveniles, and it looks like a visitor, a friend visitor. So that's basically what it is. Now, you asked about caves. They'll either reside in caves or burrows or old mines. But if you're going to look for them, I would say look for a water source first.
Oh, Nick, I'm just letting you know. Somebody, I love that. Nick is being teleported. You're, yeah, you had all these lines. I've never quite seen somebody go out like that before, but it really started kind of glitching out. So they thought maybe you were being teleported.
I see that right now. Something's going on.
Yeah, I'm not sure if sometimes just refreshing it, or I've never quite seen it go out like this before. I have to
Oh my
say.
God. Look at that. Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Hmm.
That was funny. A huge shout out
Is
for
somebody
that
trying to
one.
teleport me out of here?
I don't know. A Digital, you rock on that one. That is the quote of the
Oh my
night.
God.
Wolfie
Yeah.
22, so weird, right? Oh, we lost him on that one. So yes, if anybody would like a call in now, I'm really, really trying here. I really am about just to put my number out there, but I don't know how that would really work out. Or I could have you send an email and I can give you a call. But next time we'll have a call line going, no problem. If this number isn't working, or if you want to call, you can go ahead and text the number that's there, and then I can give you a call back. So we're trying. I guess if we get a guest back, he devices are no. He must really maybe if I do this, try and help him out. So we've been like really bigfooting today. What do you want to come on? Solomon Jacks, I can send you a link. Would you like to come on? Oh, he's back. Okay. Okay, here we go. He still not working. I see him. Solomon Jacks, do you want to come on and just join me on the show anyway? I can send you a link. Just send me the place to send it. Okay, cool. Will you in the chat just put what email and I'll just go ahead and send you a link real quick. Get you on. Nick will come back on, but you can just come on and join me as a host. Hi, Nick.
I'm still here.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah.
wow. What happened?
So we got Solomon Jacks. He has a station. He's really cool. You'll love him. He's from the Thunder Down Under, as I call it. Solomon Jacks, if you go ahead and on here, if you can, just put your email address and I will send you your regular email address. Yeah, it doesn't matter. And then I'll send you a link to StreamYard and then you can just jump on and you'll be able to get on here and ask questions. Yeah. Oh boy.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that is so weird. Like I said, I've never seen anybody go, "I'll like that." That's so weird.
This is on and off.
Go figure, Nick. Yeah. So, okay. Yeah. But just wait. Either that, or I can try and let me see if I can try and do it real quick on Facebook. But I think it would be excellent to get him on there. Okay. Cool. I got it. Yeah. So I'm gonna get Solomon Jock on here. He's rocking it. Oh, okay. So I'd make sure I have it right. But I've never seen anything like this before. This is a new one. MAN. Let's see. I just want to get this done. All right, Nick, are you back again? Here. There you go.
It's saying I'm backstage or something.
I didn't know because the first couple times you were still you were like in a void somewhere. We didn't know where you went. And have you ever had that happen before? Because you do a podcast. I've never seen this done before.
I've never had that happen. I've got all brand new equipment here that works really well.
Wow. Yeah, it was like a glitch you would expect to see somewhere. I don't even know. But that was crazy. I just want to make sure I have his email correct. Solomon Jack. Is there an S in it? Yes. No. Solomon.
My podcast partner would say that it's probably the government trying to zap me out of here and
that damn government.
Not allow me to say anything else.
No, well, you're on the right channel then. You came for that. I'm a UFO experiencer. We go to all things strange. So definitely don't that could be the case. We had the person, it's not the Skinwalker Ranch like everybody thinks, but there is a ranch that he doesn't talk about. And this guy, he was like, literally, McBurney was his name. And he was just like phasing in and out. We're like, oh gosh.
The ranch right next to
Skinwalker Ranch? Yeah. Are you aware of it?
It's the one. Yeah, I've been there. It's the one right next door to Skinwalker.
Oh, No way. But like
Skinwalker
Burning
Ranch,
Place?
they do not want to let you on there.
Mm-mm.
But the
No.
guy next door, and he has as many
Yeah.
weird things as they have going on.
He even found us so far to find equipment in there. And then he can link it back to NIDS, which is like black budget project. It's
They
what all they're
fired
doing. Yeah.
they
Sorry,
fired
go.
equipment from Skinwalker Ranch into the sky, and a lot of the stuff does land in his property.
That's crazy. That's what
You
he's
know,
saying. Yeah,
and
he was saying the same
and
thing.
he's told them not to do that, and since they don't want to stop, because of the show, he just keeps the equipment. He's not going to return it. When I
That's
don't
what he
blame him.
said. Did he tell you about the runway that was there?
No,
Okay, so there's a runway that goes there, which is not, is that bizarre? Not bizarre. But Robert Bigelow, who owns Bigelow Aerospace, he bought up the space pods, NASA, all that stuff. He, yeah, they suspected his dad was none other than, what's his name? Now it's gonna pop right out of my head. Howard Hughes. Howard Hughes.
Howard Hughes.
So yeah. And I was like, man, this is crazy. So there's a lot there. So I want to get him back on. He's more than willing to come back on. We just have to find a way to get him back on because it was really spotty. I mean, he was
Did you
cut
ever
in
see
and out.
Did you ever see the show on Skinwalker Ranch where they went into the mountains
Yeah.
and they were going into the caves and they were getting dizzy?
Oh.
And they took the one guy out. He had to go to the hospital. Well, I'll tell you why they're getting dizzy, because this guy, the guy next door, I don't know if you want to say the name of his ranch or not, but I'll keep it quiet. You can say it. The reason that all happened, now remember, there's a reason for everything, is
Sure.
because of the magnetic interference, the magnetic waves. There's nickel, the mineral, the metal nickel underneath.
Mhm.
There's veins of nickel underneath there, and he has that on his property also. And that'll happen to him too when he goes out there. I mean, magnetic
Oh.
interference. I mean, my God, we've all heard about that.
Oh yeah. I just, with all these frequencies and things going on, I'm
Uh-huh.
so curious. I was talking to Jessica Jones the other night, and Jessica's like, "Yeah, no, you have to get out into the wilderness because they're basically all but just like, preventing any of it." And she's like, and now they're having these weird, like the mall people or mall world, excuse me, or commercials are running in people's heads. Like, I don't understand that one. It's like, what the heck is going on? But Solomon Jack, I think I sent you the wrong one going to Solomon Jack's, but I will resend. But I sent it to you on Facebook. If you can go to Facebook and get on there quicker. But yeah, isn't that fascinating with all this stuff? What do you think? With the cryptids and some of that, do you think that this is kind of like interdimensional? Do you think it's something that like in the here and now we're just out of our awareness and can't see them because of limited sight and sound spectrums? What do you think?
I think it's a couple of things that are going on here now, because remember, if you look back in time, going back a few thousand years, the Egyptians put pictures of like dogmen or jackal men on walls.
Right.
Look at the Native Americans; they've had pictures of dogman looking creatures, of alien looking creatures. I mean, this is something that's not faked. It's right there. You can go and see it in any of the museums. They have it in caves, drawings that they've put out there. So it's like, these things are for real. I would say, like I said, I think it's a combination. I think it is alien, and I also think that it is interdimensional,
Right.
because it's not just the one; it's a combination of the two. Because like you can't just have a Sasquatch, be in a field and then suddenly the footprints disappear and there's nothing else around. There's
So
no such
true.
thing. They're not going to backtrack, because the dermal ridge on the bottom of their feet, they can't perfectly step backwards into it. I mean, besides, why would they do that? It's
Right.
just a silly thing for them to even try to do.
Oh, definitely. And we do have a caller. Her name is Karen. I'm going to go ahead and get her on the line too. And Solomon Jack Weiss, I sent you an email. So go ahead and check your email and we're going to get you on here because I think you would definitely have some fun up here. So give me a minute. Apparently I make 300 calls a day, but when you want to, We're just gonna call her back. Here we go. And for all, I'll let you know who Karen is after, because she's definitely all right. I'll just make sure I don't need this.
Hello?
Karen, welcome. You're live on SNX Radio. This is Coley. With me tonight, I'm not sure if you're tuned in or not, but we have Nick, and he is cryptid, Bigfoot, you name it. So I wanted to give you a call, or you gave me a call, but I'm giving you a call back and find out what you're would like to ask. Do you have a few questions for him that he can answer for you?
What?
You're not supposed to laugh, Karen. You're supposed to ask questions.
Let's see. Was he your Bigfoot expert? Is that what you're saying?
No, he's the top cryptid he's the man. So he does all things from Bigfoot, Dogman, you name it.
Wow.
Yeah. So could you think of a question you would like to ask him?
Yeah. What about Tennessee? I hear Tennessee's very active, like by Cumberland and different places like that in Eastern and in the middle of Tennessee. Do you have any experience or knowledge of that?
Is she referring to the land between the lakes?
Are you referring between the land between the lakes? Is that that's what they call it? I know that's what Daryl
I have
Benton
no
calls
idea
it.
what it's called. All I know is I've just been watching a little bit about that lately, and
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Right.
It's just all in the different areas.
I could expand on that for
I
her.
mean, I lived in Seattle.
Okay, he's going to expand on that for you. So tune on in to get the explanation, and I'll clip it for you. So, okay, great. Land of lakes.
Where Tennessee and Kentucky touch, they have a large lake area and a large forest area. It's called the land between the lakes. Now, down in the Tennessee area, you're going to find more Dogman activity. Up in Kentucky, you're going to find more Sasquatch activity because Dogman and Sasquatch don't really play together very well. They do have an area where they bolt, or it's like a green zone where they both will go through, but they generally try to avoid each other. In Tennessee is where many, many years ago, they had a family of 4 that a Dogman killed everyone. And that's the one where they found a little girl in a tree about 200 feet away from where their camper was.
Oh, wow.
So if that's what she's talking about in the land between the lakes, if you ever do go there, like I was in Kentucky several years ago, and we went there at nighttime. It's always at nighttime because that's when things come out. Unfortunately, it was in August. There's a gajillion bugs there, so you can't put lights on. And we were going through the area and everything is just dies. Everything is silent. During the daytime, you don't see a squirrel, you don't see a rabbit, you don't see deer, you see no animals at all. It's just it's a very, very enclosed area because the canopy overhead, it makes you just feel so smothered in there, and it makes you feel unwanted. Especially at nighttime. During the daytime, it's dark. At nighttime, there's nothing. So I think that's what she's referring to is the Tennessee.
I think you're right. Yeah, Daryl Denton has spoken about that a lot. Tennessee Bigfoot guy, and he definitely says that land between the lakes. That's something. I've even heard Martin Groves testify to it. So it's from what I hear, you're right on spot on. Definitely.
Yeah, Daryl and Martin have done a lot of research in that area.
Yes, they have. Daryl, he's going to come on. I had to cancel him when somebody disabled my main Facebook account. But he's a neat guy. Have you ever come in contact with Daryl?
Yeah, he's been on my show. He's good friends with myself.
Oh, cool.
And
I
my
really like him.
partner. Daryl's very good.
I don't know anybody that couldn't like Daryl is what I'm like, Daryl, just the way he says stuff. I'm like, how could he not like Daryl, But he's great. So who, I guess, and you're listing people that you work with, who do you think like the 5 top people out there that are on like the cryptology, Bigfoot, like who are those people, like those experts you think that are stepping up right now in the field?
It's a question I can answer, but I don't really want to answer you because, I'll get emails from them and calls saying, you didn't say I was one of the top 5, and this and that.
Scratch that. How can I ask this in a way that
But
afterwards, if you could, I just would like to give, I'm like a Bigfoot in training, let's say
Mhm.
a BOT that where I've been out there, I've gotten close, I just haven't seen them, but I've put in the time, I've done the hikes, I've done whatever, but not like years and years and years like everybody else. But the UFO I did, like
Mm.
I have mine, So, but I would love to know, and I'll ask you afterwards too, who to continue like your mission or to continue, who are your top people that you think would, articulate well in this area and be able to connect with the people and, answer those questions. And I've had people in all ranges of Bigfoot. So I'm just, I'm always curious on I'm not quite like in the community, but I'm like a foot in the community. So,
Yeah.
I don't know it as well as what you would know it.
Yeah. I mean, the cryptid community, believe it or not, is a pretty small community. I know a lot of these guys out there, and yeah, you bump into them in the forest sometimes. You bump into them at conferences sometimes. We're always talking to each other, in Facebook Messenger or
Oh yeah.
whatever. I mean, if I want answers on like Bigfoot, for instance, I'll go to Nate Rudd and Jay Fountain. Those are
Okay.
two guys that I will go to for that. It's like a very small community out there. There are,
Oh yeah.
I'll go to Bigfoot Rob for believe it or not other things besides Bigfoot.
Oh
Uh,
yeah,
you
he's a
know,
paranormal
you
UFO.
got
He's
you
been
got
there.
Lizard Man out there. Those types of things. Uh, you have so many different cryptids out there, like the Lakeland Frogman. Uh, so you got different people that have been in different areas that do investigate these things full time. If they
Yeah.
happen to see a different cryptid, well, okay, they'll report on that too. But like I specialize in Dogman, but I do the other cryptids. The Jersey Devil, for instance, I investigated that for over 6 years. I took a
I would love
team.
to hear more about that.
Yeah, I took a team down into South Jersey for over 6 years, maybe 20 times a year. We'd be out there constantly. And I actually found a gentleman out there that had I'm like, how can I put it? A dead sample of what the Jersey Devil
Oh
is.
wow.
And I'll tell you, I won't keep it a secret. It's a horse bat. If you ever seen a picture of a horse bat, and they can go up to 3.5 feet, in height, and they do look like what the Jersey Devil is described. It has wings. It has a face like a horse. It has feet like a bat. This gentleman he came up to my team when we were out in the swamp area and down in New Jersey, and he was talking to us. He asked us why we were out there. We told him, and he says, "You want to see something?" And he asked us if we knew any circuses or museums that would buy it from him. He wanted to sell it. He had it in a freezer, not an upright freezer, but those flat free freezers that you
Oh
have in your
yeah.
garage. He had it in there, and he showed it to us, and it was a horse bat. I identified it. It was a horse bat. I wish
Wow.
if I could find it. I can't. I don't know if I could share it on here with my computer, but I have a picture of it, and it's amazing when you look at it, and it's amazing when you see what the description of the Jersey Devil really is.
Yeah, I can't wait
The
to see
Jersey
it.
Devil actually terrorized all parts of South Jersey and over into Pennsylvania for close to 6 months at one point. And then it comes back every once in a while. And people will say, well, a horse bat, it doesn't belong in the United States. Well, neither does a black panther, neither do tigers in the wild. But people
Right?
back in the 1700s, the rich and the royal people used to bring over animals, exotic animals over here.
Absolutely.
Napoleon's brother had a home in New Jersey, and he would bring exotic animals here. And sometimes when they couldn't care for them anymore, they just let them out. Coley, that's the case a lot of times with people. They'll like back in the 60s, the 50s and 60s, people used to go to Florida and they would buy alligators, baby alligators, right? This big. Oh, they're so cute. Yeah, then they take them home and feed them, and they put them in a fish tank, and then they have to get a bigger fish tank and a bigger one. And then
Right.
suddenly they can't handle them anymore. So what do? They take them out to the river and they let them loose, and that's how you get all these stories of, oh my God, the person has alligators in the sewers in New York City, or alligators in
Oh
the
God.
sewers in New Jersey. There was an apartment complex that had a snake that came up through this lady's toilet. The snake was a good 7 inches around, and it came right up through her toilet. It was in an apartment complex because
Unbelievable.
somebody had thrown it out, and it somehow got into the sewer system, and it got into the apartment building sewer system, and it came
Wow.
out. So I mean, there's an explanation for most things. Most, not everything.
Most of them, yeah. And you really do. You got to do that fact finding and process of elimination, however you choose to do it. I mean, it definitely it has to be done. You got to rule everything out so you know what you're dealing with. Like,
Oh yeah.
most definitely. I
Here's something.
agree.
This guy here is talking about a rake. I don't know. I would like to know what the description is, but a rake is basically opaque and white, and it's not exactly muscular or anything. It does look very creepy. It is bipedal. By the way, the Dogman that I investigate is generally bipedal. Dogman's generally about 7 feet to 7 feet 6 inches tall, heavily muscled, about 650 pounds plus. This rake here, I did you have him on his show? Is that why he's mentioning it?
I'm gonna have to look for the rake comment.
okay.
Looking. Let's see. Oh, that was nice. Let's see. How far up was it? I too had to see. Awesome. Oh, everybody's saying such wonderful things about you, Nick. They really are. What happened to? Do you remember who said it? About the rake? Logan. Let's see. If it was your rake comment, please post it again. Oh, that's so nice, Jason. That's very nice. Welcome and glad to have you. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I got it. So, Bernardi, the rake attacks a dude there in the video going around, jumped in the back of his truck. Can you give us a little more context on that? On what was going on with this rake, or anybody else that because we would like to definitely know more about it.
Now, along with the rake, there was something out of California years ago called night crawlers, and it looks similar to. And the investigation I did on it, and the research I did on it, says that most likely it was a rake, or several of them. Now, mind you, it's rake. Yes, comes from different online games, but you have to give a name. People sometimes pick a name and they give it to a creature that they've seen, and that's why they're calling.
Oh, the rake is a creature.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, that's where I thought they had a rake, maybe, and they were going after the creature, but the rake is the creature.
Yeah, it was a name that they were given to, this a game, a monster in a game. But I mean, they're going to give a name to everything, like Bigfoot.
Right.
I mean, what are you going to call it? That large ape-like creature? No, Bigfoot, Sasquatch.
Big appetite. Yeah, I know, right? Oh, the rake attack is a famous at the moment, wasn't on the news. Oh, wow. Yeah, so I'll pull it up here so you can see it. I haven't heard any counter experience in my life. Oh, Jason also, he's a Bigfoot newbie. Jason, we're going to get you out there. I'm a newbie too myself. Like I said, I've really been going with the protocols and going out there and hiking, doing the hard stuff, but yet to find one. So we're looking it up, and hopefully Solomon Jacks, I sent it to you. If you come on, hopefully. Yeah, Bernito. Yeah, you know what? I'm slaughtering your name. I apologize. I will get it right. I don't have the right prescription of glasses on, so you could just excuse me for a second. But you're contributing such amazing stuff, and you guys, if you have any other facts on this, like, please post them in the chat. Like, I'm really enjoying this. This is great. And then we got Nick here who can verify this stuff. and definitely give us pointers. So, Nick, let me ask you, what is the most like insane case of a cryptid that you've ever come across?
Well, I'd have to say that the Dogman, there was a Dogman case that I investigated in New Hope, New Jersey, and it was right on the border of, New Hope in Pennsylvania, and was right across the river on the border into New Jersey, rather. And I got several calls on it. I actually got telephone calls on it. And I'm just amazed me that the people actually contact me. A couple of people that lived right on the river lost their little tiny dogs.
Oh, wow.
You know, they let them out in the backyard to go do their business, and they generally come back in. Now, my first thought was maybe there's hawks or some kind of large birds of prey that swooped down and took these little dogs, because they were only like 7, 8, 9 pounds. They could have taken them and flew off with them. But what they did was they sent me photographic evidence of footprints.
Wow.
That, after going through my archives and everything, matched up with the bipedal footprints of a Dogman. And
Wow.
I had a gentleman from New Hope, Pennsylvania, contact me after he heard me on a show talking about it. And he actually says he actually saw something, a bipedal wolf-like creature, going through his backyard and his neighbor's backyard, you know, and around the same time that these little dogs disappeared. So I'm wondering whether, you know, these people let their dogs out, the Dogman snatched them up, took them, and, you know, that was all she wrote about them, and they never saw them again. Now, these aren't, you know, these animals, I talked to the people, to the owners, and they all said the same thing. The dogs are like 5, 6, 7 years old. They would go out, do their business, come right back into the house right away. You know, these were family dogs, very well trained, and they were missing. And what I found was there was several trees over there with claw marks that matched up with claw marks that we've taken pictures of Dogman claw marks. Hello, somebody's there.
Yes, welcome to the stage. He made it on. Yeah. This is Nick. He's been in our chat the entire time. He's definitely an expert on this topic. He has his own show as well. I wanted him to get on here. I thought this would be a lot of fun for everybody. So I'm gonna just adjust your mic here a little bit so we can hear you. Do you want to go ahead and can you talk, Solomon?
Can you hear me when I speak? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I just turned you up pretty much. Now you're good.
I'm going to turn up a lot at this end as well.
Okay, yeah, now you just
How's that?
It's better. Yeah, definitely better.
Yep,
So yeah,
you got
you're
me?
good to go. Yeah, I gotcha.
Oh, welcome to England.
Yeah, so he's in England, Nick. So we thought we'd bring him on. He has his own show and does it well. So and he's well versed on the topic. So I thought maybe me being the Bigfoot in training, that Solomon here might have some, you know, some more questions that I missed out on. So ask away, Solomon. What's your question to Nick?
Where to begin with something like this, you know? Of all the different ideas, you know, ET, alien, interdimensional, unknown cryptid, which do you favor as authentic?
I actually, when you talk about ET, I sometimes thought in the past that they could possibly be the forward advanced soldiers of the aliens, you know, or possibly the pets, or they let them out to see what kind of defense the Earth has. In other words, an alien ship will drop off a family of Sasquatch, for instance, Bigfoot, and let them roam around, and maybe they forgot about them and they never picked them up again. A more favorable thing would be that they are interdimensional because of the fact that they disappear so easily. You know, if you want to go to the side that says they're alien and they get beamed up, because after all, a lot of investigators out there have tracked footprints, and the footprints stopped right in the middle of a field.
Nowhere.
Totally nowhere. I mean, there's nowhere for them to go. There's no trees, no nothing, no water, and they disappear. How? They've either been beamed up or they've used a portal. And like I was telling Coley, scientists have proven that there are 11 different dimensions. So it's very possible that they can go between the dimensions. I have a friend who has he went into a portal at one point. It was in a large tree, a very large tree at the back of his parents' property. And as an adult of 22 years old, he was walking there and he saw something. He went into the tree and he was gone for hours, they said. And when he came back out, he had no memory of what happened. But they saw him coming out right from the tree. So it's possible. It's very possible,
That's awesome. So missing time is associated a lot of ETs and now the cryptids. So in doing this, I guess, what do you guys think? Is there portals that are opening up? Are they just able to transition maybe in and out, kind of morph or do whatever that they do? Or what do you think is actually going on? Do you think some are here, some aren't? I mean, and if they are here and they are truly crossing into portals and they're coming here, what are they here for?
That's a good question. What are they here for? If you go with the alien theory, they've been dropped here to find out about us. But evidently they've been dropped here and forgotten about because, there's a lot of sightings. There's a lot of sightings. Like I said, between 1995 and 2015, there's been over 3,000 sightings on the East Coast of the United States alone. And during that same time period, up on the West Coast, that's California and Washington State. Now, during that same period, in Canada on their West Coast, there have been over 360 sightings. I mean, what is this? Everybody's coming out just, for their 10 minutes of fame? No. A lot of people don't want to admit to it. They absolutely don't want to admit that they saw something crazy, and it's.
Do you remember an old TV show called The $6 Million Man?
Oh, that was an old show. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, they had Sasquatch in that, and he got
he fought
in that one.
He fought the $6 Million Man. Boy, that was one funny show.
Yeah.
So, what's your take on it, Solomon Jacks?
Well, I can tell you what's happened to me, and I was born about 30 miles north of Rendlesham in a little town called Lowestoft. If you look at it on a map, it's the most easterly point in the whole British Isles. It's right on the coast, about a half hour north of Rendlesham. And we used to go sky watching there, mainly UFO stuff, and all the usual suspects were there. And the two big tracks, the ones where all the action happened on, on the big nights, were what were then called Track 10 and Track 12. They've changed all the names now to confuse everybody. Anyway, Track 10 is the one right in front of the Eastgate cottages. And Brenda and all the other usual suspects, they were kind of around on the road, and I was about 20 into the track. Now, the forestry around there is very thick, I mean, you couldn't walk through that unless you were on a track, you'd need a machete or something. And you look up Track 10, and that's nice and wide open, and you look down, it's the same, then you get like an iron 5-bar gate. And suddenly, I'm 20 feet up, and I'm facing towards the road, and I hear thump. I thought, what the hell was that? And I looked down, and there was a beach stone about this big, about the size of a goose egg, and it was about 6 inches away from my foot. Now, it would have taken a near miracle to throw that through the branches of those trees. And I thought, well, one of the guys is having a prank, and then thump. And there's another stone landed right beside that one. And when I say right beside it, I mean like that. This happened 5 times, right? 5 stones. Now, you got baseball pitchers over there. We don't have the game here, but the best pitcher in the world could never have landed 5 stones in a perfect heap like that. So I thought, this is impossible. I'm looking back behind me up the track. No way could they have come through the trees. And when I picked one up, it was hot. You know, I had to put it down. It was hot, like somebody had just pulled it out of a furnace, and I dropped it down. So whatever threw it had made it pass through a heat source. Now, fast forward, this would have been about 2002, 2003, somewhere around there. Fast forward to 2018, and an A-list ufologist who will remain nameless had been in Woodbridge. Yeah, we get quite a few of the kind of
talking about.
hot show. Yeah, I'm not going to mention any names, but we get quite a few of them. They show up and they talk about, you know, the 1980 event. And if they want to do something in the forest, the local council don't want it done the same night because it upsets the neighbors. So you go back in a smaller group the following night, all right, which we did. And I got like a little partner in crime, a little abductee lady by the name of Joe. Hello, Joe, if you're listening. Anyway, we all went up to ground zero and we were pottering around, and everybody's doing their kind of, you know, sycophantic thing, a little bit starstruck. You know what it's like when you get a celeb wandering around and everybody's asking them questions. Now, when we first got there, I heard bang, bang, crash, bang, crash, you know, in this same place, you know, where the stones had been years before. Joe heard it too. Now, everybody's in this little cluster on the road, and I said, anybody hear that? Am I the only one hearing this? Joe could hear it. And you know, nobody was, and I mentioned this 3 or 4 times. Nobody was interested. Either they didn't hear it, which meant it was directed at me, not them, or they just weren't interested, and I don't know what. Anyway, off we go. It's about a mile to ground zero from the Eastgate cottages. And off we went and did the usual tour, which funnily enough was the same place I used to go and do my own meditation, had my own encounters there, but that's a story for another day. Anyway, yeah, the rocks, I got this comment here, the rocks were identical, exactly the same to Tets 4316. Anyway, come back, crash, crash, bang, crash, bang. Now, the individual and his little crew, who I like and respect greatly, they didn't do anything wrong. I'm not knocking them or anything like that. They pulled ahead of us, and Joe and me were 50 or 60 yards behind them. Bang, crash. I don't think, how in the name of God can nobody else be hearing this? It sounded like there was a herd of elephants in those woods. You know, it was like you could see branches flipping around. And then we walked past a parallel track that goes off at right angles to track 12. And this little ginger squatch just kind of comes out almost like he's playing a joke. I mean, he's, you know, Bigfoot is the wrong word for him because he's small. He's a small Bigfoot. You know, he's like...
Is that what they call the adolescents then?
Yeah, a small Bigfoot, which sounds ridiculous. He's about 5 feet tall. And he almost kind of popped out as if to, you know, like he was playing a game. And then he disappeared back into the woods and he thrashed and crashed and banged around. And the others, I thought, you're still so busy talking about what happened. You were just in the presence of a Sasquatch and not one of you even noticed. You didn't hear it. You didn't see it. We both did. But nobody else, they just didn't. I don't think they were meant to see it because, you know, I was going to call out to them, call them back, and then Joe just kind of puts a hand. She said, they're not meant to be part of this. You know, that's for you and me. That's not for them. Just let them go. So we let them walk, and we never said anything to them. We just carried on the rest of the day and let it play itself out.
Wow. Just so you know, we lost Nick due to bad connection. So keep going. Yeah. He usually, I saw him freeze up and pop off, so he'll usually kind of pop back on. But yeah, go on with your story.
Yeah, they've been trying to get rid of him all night, haven't they?
Yeah.
You know,
I know. I figured at a certain point he's probably just not going to come back. But yeah.
Yeah, I think I came in as an emergency depth there because, you know, his screen has been rolling and there's been lines rolling through it, and God knows what.
Yeah, and he was freezing up a bit, and I know he was kind of, you could tell he was kind of getting frustrated with it, which happens. So I appreciate you jumping on and hopping up, because I want to book you anyway for a show, and I appreciate how much you guys are doing and like how much you've done in the comments and all that. So yeah, this is cool. So go on. Oh, somebody said I was on SOR after hours. Tell them I said hello over there, J Truth Seeker. But yeah, definitely go show your support over there. I'm not sure who's on tonight, but it's been a while since I've been there. But yeah, just go ahead, like tell us a little bit more
I'm
about.
going to give you a little plug here, a little shameless plug.
Okay.
If you do go over to my channel, I've just done a music video.
Sure.
An AI music video called Sasquatch. Okay.
Oh, very cool.
So it's done in a Native American style. All right. And there's an AI Sasquatch who meets some Native American peoples, and I won't say any more than that, but you can have a listen to that.
Oh,
I've had
awesome.
I've had two Dogman encounters, but they were a long time ago. And to the best of my knowledge, the phrase Dogman was not known at that time. So I thought of them as werewolf encounters.
That's interesting.
Why
don't you share your screen and play it for us?
I don't even know how to do that.
Okay. Can you put the link in chat and I can grab it and then go?
Yeah. You want me to do that now or
yes,
at the end?
Yeah, and then we can play it. We're getting creative around here. Yeah. Truth Seeker, thank you so much. We'll see you soon, and tell them we said hello. SR, hello. I can hear him.
There he is.
I'm not sure what if you want to drop the link. Oh, here's it going.
I've lost your sound now.
Oh, I can hear you. I can hear you. If you just drop a link in the chat, I can grab it for you. I might be able to. Oh, you did?
Did you not get it?
Yeah, are you that quick? Oh boy.
Hell yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I'm even having to scroll back in the. I got you. Okay. Yeah. Come on. I want to go. Oh, you know what? I know what I have to do. I know. I'll be right back.
We have a lag has opened up now. What I'm seeing on the screen is
There's about 6 seconds.
Real time.
Yeah, we're about 6 seconds behind. And that's only so we, in case there's something that, completely crazy that's said or done. But I've never needed to use it. If it got bad, I've only had to throw one guest off, imagine. But other than that, I mean, it's all been pretty good. But that's why that buffer is there. The loop, they call it. Let's see here. I'm going into your YouTube right now so I can get this link going. Yes. And I'm going to pull the link. And I don't care if you say the site is whatever. I am. Oh, you let me copy and paste you, though. Oh.
This is new, by the way, so you'd be the first people in the world ever to see it.
Oh, well, we gotta get it then. I mean, for sure. Let's see. I'm just gonna go in and see if I can find it on your channel, because for some reason on StreamYard, I don't know why it's being so stupid. Or I can go into mine and I can just copy and paste it from there. We're gonna get you, okay? I don't care at whoever is toying with our stuff tonight. We're gonna get ahead of you, just so you know. I don't know.
Get used to that. As the channel becomes more well known, you'll get a lot more of that.
Yeah, this is my third. Do you know this? This is my third YouTube channel that I've been building. They hacked the first two. The first one they definitely grabbed. And, you get excited and get over 1,000, over 2,000, 3,000. I was going up, and then they took the second one right around 220, I think, or 2020 is the time the second one got yanked. I got it back. I did. They were nice enough to do that. They gave it back to me with nothing but the people I had subscribed to, which sounds great and all, but you can't subscribe to any additional ones because then your numbers are so stinking low, because you're starting off again with 0 subscribers. And I'm like, So this is one. My actual big one is over on X. I have about 50K over there, and that's about like the for streaming wise. But and X is on there now. Love you guys over on X. I don't know why I talk about them like they're not there. They are there, and in order to get in and question, all you have to do is click in that video. And you're going to see a spot and it will pop up. It might not pop up on YouTube for everybody, but it will definitely pop up for other people. So, or pop up for us so we can get the message or have your question answered. We have no problem doing that. So, I am looking up make sure I have this right. I don't know why this
That's
is
a buffalo hide, by the way.
Yeah, go ahead and answer some of these questions while I get
Yeah,
this fixed.
that's
I'll
a
get this
buffalo
fixed.
hide behind me. We got 2 buffalo farms here in England too.
Yep. So yeah, you just tell a story or something while I just get this set up, and then I promise we'll.
Well, I got a few
Nothing
of
like
those.
putting you on the spot, right?
No, that's fine. I got thousands of stories, and the thing is, they're all true. This story is probably the most interesting one. It's not Sasquatch. No, we want cryptids tonight, don't we? So
Oh no,
forget
you
my
can go
dad's story.
Sasquatch. You can go Sasquatch. Go for it.
No, I ain't got too many Sasquatch ones, but I got a couple of Dogman ones that are nasty. Okay, I used to be in a band in a little village in Suffolk called Somerleyton, and we used to practice quite late at night, and I had to catch the last train back. Like it went through about midnight, and it was the train from Norwich through to Alton Broad, and we used to go over the pub after the rehearsal, just one quick beer, and then I'd have a push bike and I'd throw it in the guard's van and I'd catch the train just one stop down to a place called Alton Broad. And one night I was sitting in there and a friend of mine says, "Have you seen the time? You've only got 10 minutes before the train." And I thought, oh my God, I'm going to have to scramble. I'm going to have to really move. And I took a shortcut across a couple of fields, and there was this huge bramble bush thing, and something lunged at me through the bush.
Oh wow!
And whatever it was, it was absolutely huge. Now, in England, we don't have anything that big, at all. Even a big cat, I've seen big cats. I've seen 3 or 4 big cats, but they wouldn't jump through a bramble bush. And the cats, I know I've got lots of cats of my own. They're very nimble. They're very agile creatures. They don't brute force their way through things, but this did. And whatever it was literally smashing its way through this bush directly toward me. And I grabbed my bike and I threw it over some barbed wire and then over another field, and whatever it was, I could hear the ground kind of this, like this really heavy pounding behind me. And I got down to the railway station. Hello, I've lost you. I don't know if you can still see me. I can't see any of you.
No, I can't. Okay,
Anyone
so
still hear me?
no, I can. I'm here. Can you see me?
You're still there. Okay.
You see me?
No,
Hello?
you've disappeared. Your screen's gone black.
So the whole thing is gone black. That's why I was so confused. I was like, "What is going on here?" But they did it before where I couldn't see the last guy. So this has to be StreamYard, and I'm trying not to be like that person with StreamYard, but this has to be StreamYard. This is crazy to even do. So
well, black suits this. Black is fine because when I got to the you're back.
Oh no, you can see me. I still can't see you, but I can. Okay, good. So I can
the
do
station is there's one house with all the lights out, the station house, and there's a big gravel car park, and then you've got the lights with the station, the timetable. And I think, oh well, I'm here and I can't see anything behind me yet, so I carry my bike up onto the railway platform, and all the station lights go out. And I think, well, that's okay. I've still got the platform lights. And then the platform lights went out as well. And so I'm in pitch black. And I can hear these huge, heavy footsteps crunching over the gravel directly towards me. And I've got what they call a dynamo light. They don't use them much anymore, which means you lift the rear wheel of your bike up and shine the light. I couldn't see anything. And I could see the train coming in the distance. And as fate would have it, the train got there before whatever it was got there. And the guard kind of pulls the door open, and I nearly hit him with the bike. I just picked my bike up and I threw it into the train, and I just said, "Shut that door and blow the whistle, like now." And he says, "What's the matter with you, son?" I said, just shut the door and blow the whistle and get us the hell out of here. And he did. And if that train hadn't arrived exactly when it did, God knows what the outcome would have been. But there was a kind of funny footnote to that, because the next time I went there, all right, I got off the train in broad daylight, and this guy had a little dog, one of these things that you make from a do-it-yourself kit, like with a dead rat and a battery. With one of these things is kind of so small, and it ran straight up to me and bit me on the leg.
Oh my God.
I've never, ever, ever been bitten by a dog. And I was sure that whatever it was that I encountered the previous time I was there, and this little chihuahua thing biting me on the ankle.
Oh, chihuahua, that makes sense.
Those things were linked. It could sense this energy on me. And the guy says, that dog's never bitten anybody before, It never, ever bitten anybody before.
He might not have been quite honest with you on that one. I don't know what to say, but I had a Chihuahua, and I feel like that dog ate like every pant leg she could get in contact with. All right, I got you. So, let's see. So, the Rendlesham Forest. I'm showing UFO saves WW2. Are these, or would it be maybe videos or live?
They're both.
Both? Okay, what's the name of the one I'm looking for?
Some of them are documentaries and some of them are videos. We had there's a clip in that last video that we did May of last year, where I just kind of did a vlog of the place. And while we were there, we were approached by some local residents. And they said that their kids had a run-in with what they described as a tall white alien. And we're not talking 1980, we're talking 2024. So there were 4 kids from 2 different families. And the parents, they tried really hard to break the story. They were saying, come on, fess up. You didn't really see this. This didn't really. And they wouldn't move on it. They wouldn't move. They said, no, this is what we saw. Now, here comes the twist. This one I've never come across before. They said...
Is it the Sasquatch one you're talking about?
It had a body of a tall white alien and the legs of a cryptid.
That's interesting.
That's him on the top left.
Oh, right here?
That's him. You got him.
Do you want me to play this one?
Go ahead.
Okay, let's do it.
It's his first public outing.
Are you able to hear? Doesn't sound like... Oh, you know what?
I can't hear it.
Yeah, I can't hear it either. I could. Hold on one second. Let me get this. Okay, it should be good now. Come on. Don't fail me now. Okay, I'm over here. We're good. Your volume.
Singapore Island when he, along with 120,000 other British troops, surrendered to the Japanese. The biggest defeat in British military history.
That's not the right video. That's
not the right video.
Island fell to the Japanese on 15th February 9.
Okay, we don't want that one. We're going to go back. Maybe it hit. Okay, so is it the one I Am Alien? This one?
The first one on the list.
This one right here. Okay. We doing it. Maybe I bumped it.
No. That's no. You must have a different list showing. It was called Sasquatch, and there's a kind of picture of a squatch on the front.
Yeah, no. I had him before. I don't see it. I'm okay. If I go back, here we go. This one.
No, you're just rewinding the same video.
It's I've not played this one.
That's it. That's it.
Yes, we got it, guys. We got it.
I'm seeing one thing, I'm hearing another. That's the one.
Is he man or beast, or is he more than that? What does it see when he walks between the worlds? Hey, 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 Sasquatch. Where does he go? What is his secret? How does he stray from the vision of men? They're in the woods at the edge of our world. Sasquatch, he wait in the shadowland. Hey, hey, oh. He was the one who fell from the stars, walked in the space where the earth was born. Hey, 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 Sasquatch. Hey, 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 Sasquatch. As man fell and the spell was broken, Sasquatch stay on the other side, 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 on the other side. Behind the mists of the other world, the golden eyes shine as the veil comes down. Hey, 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 Sasquatch. Hey, 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 Sasquatch.
Wow, that was amazing.
Thank you.
That was like intense. I was like, people are, did you see the comments? Those are crazy. They're like, I can't, like, it is too. Yeah, it's like, man, you want to get up and move. It's like a drum circle if you've ever been to one. That was awesome.
Yeah, I have. Well, I lived on a Navajo reservation for a short time in Arizona. You know, the one that they share with the Hopi.
Yeah.
So I've done a few drum circles, and they have them over here. Incidentally, if you want to get the song, that ad comes up at the end there. It's on Bandcamp, Solomon Jack's Bandcamp, Sasquatch. You can download it for $1.
Oh, cool. So let me can you put the link in the description, or should I pull it up on the video?
It's on the end of the video.
Okay, let's get
if
to
you
the end.
watch the video, well, it's not the link, but it shows you what the link is. But it's Solomon_Jack's Bandcamp, you know, the Bandcamp platform, Sasquatch. You'll see the same. The icon is the same as the YouTube one.
I got you. Let's see here. So it's just
these comments. These are good people.
aren't they? Yeah, those are excellent comments. I thought that was very cool. I'm just gonna go to the end of the video because I think that I'm a little. Let's see here. Okay, no, don't do that to me.
Something different.
I'm just gonna refresh this. Okay, here we go. I'm just gonna pull it right to the end so we can get that link for everybody. Is this the right? See, it's crazy because when I'm looking for some reason, StreamYard, you nasty thing, you. Was that it right there? Oh yeah. I do see it. I'm just gonna have to. But can you see it under the? So Solomon under. Oh, here we go. Right there. Can everybody see?
Yeah.
I was gonna take a screenshot. So, yeah.
And I just released an album on the same platform called Mystery, and you can download it track by track. You know, so it's got two little grey aliens carved from wood, and there's a story behind that. The wood that they were carved from was cut from pine in Rendlesham, and a guy called Ralph Hull did the chainsaw cuts on that, and he's very, very good with all this. You know, he's Irish, and he's had his various different run-ins with the different entities over there in Ireland, but he lived in Rendlesham for a time.
Do you know I have a leak on Rendlesham Forest? I have to tell you that before you go any further. I have leaks from Rendlesham Forest on what they tried to do with the men, drugging them, and I'll hand them off to you.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Well, he cut these, and he said the shape of those aliens from the album cover were already etched into the wood when he sliced it open, and all he had to do was cut around it. So I used them as the album cover.
That's cool. And I'm going to put it in here in the chat. And then I would like to say, too, I know we kind of been going here for a minute. I don't believe I have anything, let's say, Saturday early afternoon. So if you would like, I'll totally put you a show and bring you on and, you know, give you a proper show, I guess you could say.
You mean like Saturday tomorrow?
Oh yeah, it's already tomorrow. What do you know?
Either that it's already tomorrow here.
Okay. Oh yeah, it is already tomorrow there. Otherwise, I'm thinking next Wednesday. I don't have anything open for the 7 p.m. and that's kind of like my overflow show. If you
Wednesday's
like
good.
Wednesday's good.
Gives me a little bit more time to you know, get myself together. I didn't even have a webcam set up. I had to go forage in the back of my loft here, dig out a webcam and hook it all up, and you know, all
no, thank you though. That was amazing. You did that. I have to say that people have asked me too. I'm like, I don't know, but yeah. So I was like, no, he's getting on. This is great. So I appreciate it. Just that you're willing to do that and like shows me the kind of person you are. So absolutely. Let's plan for Wednesday. I don't see any anticipation. Everybody in chat, if you are listening, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, we are going to, am I saying it right, Solomon? Jax, right?
Yeah. What state are you in? Because I'm
in Iowa. We extenuate our vols like mom or dad. I got the Iowan accent, I guess you could say. Even though I lived other places, that's what I'm talking in, Iowan.
Yeah, but where are you? Because I need to know how many hours behind you are.
Oh, I'm in Central Standard Time. Sorry.
So which state is that?
Iowa.
Iowa. Okay, I did wonder. Yeah, so we're 6 hours ahead of that. So your 7 p.m. is my 1 a.m. That's good for me.
Okay, that work? Oh, perfect. And you know what? My kiddo is in driver's ed and he's doing his driving. Otherwise, I could do a little earlier, but next week I'd 7 o'clock would be pushing it.
No, that's plenty early.
That work? Okay, perfect. Yeah, so if you just want to do on Facebook, shoot me over your media kit, which is just like any social links you got going on, promotional links, headshot, a bio. I don't ask for questions. I really don't. But if there is a topic you're dying to hit, just go ahead and jot it in there, and then I'll go ahead and build your show and give you links, and you're welcome to. I know other people are like, this is taboo, but I always open up my shows to send to other, like if you want to stream to 2 of your additional channels, you're more than welcome to do so. I'll have that open for you on StreamYard. You just have to log in, put them in. If that's something you want to do, there are no copyright issues. You'll never be struck by it. Everything that I have played or I will play on my music, I've written and I own the rights to. I did not sing it. Otherwise, you guys would be plugging your ears. But they are my lyrics and I did that part. So there's no, issues there. So 7 p.m. we're going to have to meet up behind stage at 6:50 if that works. And everybody, are you guys super excited? We're going to have them on. Can't wait to show some more of your music and hear some more. You're a wonderful storyteller to listen to. You really are.
Thank you.
Yes, very impressive. So yeah, again, is there anything? Thank you so much for doing this. This is awesome. Everybody's just showing. I just love chat so much. I'm like so attached to everybody in there. I mean, it's just like, isn't it fantastic to have that? Like, I don't know. I can't even tell you how like it just makes my day. So yeah, guys, come back, show Solomon your support. We're going to have him back Wednesday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And he's going to be he jumped on today. He showed he's like, he can do it. So I'm really, excited to have you. Is there any words that you want to leave the audience with tonight?
I sum everything up in a single word. Okay.
Oh,
I go to a lot of UFO groups and public talks and things, and everybody's looking like for very complicated answers. But you only need to understand one word, and that word is time. If you understand time, then you understand the whole thing, because a ghost is somebody back in time, an ET is somebody forward in time, or sideways in time. But I'll talk more about that on Wednesday.
I like that. Well, thank you again, Solomon, for jumping on. I'm going to go ahead and release you now. You're good to go. Everybody else, I really appreciate each and every one of you. I can't see you because I can't see myself on screen, but I just want to let you know from the bottom of my heart that you have no idea. It doesn't matter like what goes on throughout the day, like with this chat here, and especially like some of these new connections that I made. I absolutely love you guys. You're like family to me. And the ones in there that have been holding the wrench prior, Kurt W75, Chris Sadley, Polly Rotterman. I mean, the list goes on. But then our new chat holder wrench holders, I probably said that backwards. You guys are amazing, and I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Bigfoot, Michigan Rob, you were awesome, and we are doing another show soon. I absolutely love them. There's some people you just meet and you're like, you just click with them. That was definitely Bigfoot Rob. And so many of you in here. Jason, welcome. Your peanut butter sandwich sounded delicious, so delicious that I'm going to get off and I'm making myself something to eat. I'm going to see if I have any peanut butter left, but that is amazing. So yes, thank you to everybody. Kurt, you're going to need to get on here, Kurt. I'm going to keep harassing you until you get on here. You definitely need to get on in front of camera. Kurt does so much behind the scenes and he watches so much. So absolutely nothing but love. Mad Pax, you are like the man. Keep doing what you're doing, and thank you for being that wrench holder. Thank you all for being that wrench holder. So without further ado, thank you for taking the journey into the unknown. I'm Coley with SNX Radio, and I wish you guys the best Friday night ever. Friday night. If you're going out partying and doing all that, like have one for me. Like I'm all, I'm just here, just sitting, chilling by myself. But yeah, you guys are amazing. I appreciate you, every single one of you. And tomorrow night will be, you know what? I hope we do have something. Tomorrow night might be a if. So Solomon Jackson, if tomorrow is an if, I will definitely Kurt. Yes, Kurt W75, you still in that chat? I'll send him a text or a message. We're gonna get Kurt on here also. And any of you guys, if you can think of people that are in the chat that maybe don't have shows that might want to get on, I would love to put a oh, there he is. There's our Kurt. Hey Kurt, stop. Just kidding. Hey, Kurt, we want you to come on to the show. I would like to put a chat panel together, and even if we did this once a month or something, and maybe we could nominate, or I would love the wrenches. If some of you have your own personal testimonies, or Kurt, you guys don't even know. Kurt's like the wizard brain. Okay, he was on. I've seen him, he's the wizard brain. So would love to see you on chat too, Kurt. So we've recruited Solomon Jacks already. He's going to be here on Wednesday and 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I will be back, and I will let you guys know the schedule, because I unfortunately had one of my accounts disabled, and it threw a wrench, excuse the pun, into everything. But I love you guys. I do, with all of my heart. I really appreciate you being here and standing beside me and the show, and really being true, authentic, and genuine, and it just absolutely makes my night. So there's those nights, and it's like, I know chat's there, and I love you guys with all my heart. So Kurt says it's coming. There's no doubt about it. It's coming. Rip that Band-Aid off, Kurt. Just rip the goddamn Band-Aid off. If I seriously, one of these, I'm going to trap Kurt. I'm going to figure out a way. A scheme. We're going to get him on camera, because I know he's good, and I know he's got a lot to say. But again, in closing, for the third time, you guys are amazing. You're going to do amazing things. Don't let anybody tell you anything different. Yeah, you're right. You're right. So love, light, peace, and happiness. It sucks sometimes out there, but just know that you always got friends and family here. We love and care about you, and we hope to see you again soon. So again, thank you for taking the journey into the unknown. This is Coley with SNX Radio, and I am signing out for tonight. Ba-boom. And here we go.
Unraveling the mystery, secrets in the night. We travel through the cosmos, ready for the flight. Together we'll shine, casting shadows aside, in the heart of the rhythm where our dreams collide.
Join the Sub Nation X Quest. The truth is our guide in the vast expanse. It's where we reside. Hands up to the sky, let the bass ignite. Feel the grooves around us, everything's alright.
From the Sub Nation X Quest, the truth is our guide in the vast expanse. It's where we reside. Hands up to the sky, let the bass ignite. Feel the grooves surround us, everything's alright. SNX Radio, let the truth ignite. Together we'll shine, bringing shadows to light. In this cosmic dance, we're connecting the dots.
Tune into the frequency, let's explore the spots. Heavy bass drops with tight beats.
Illuminate the shadows, the echo of our call.
On this roller ring will never fall.
Feel the energy rising, can you sense the spark? As we dive deeper into the cosmic arc.
Stories of the universe, mysteries unfold. In the heart of SNX, where the truth is gold. Every note we play, every line we write, crafting our legacy, shining ever bright.
SNX Radio, let the truth ignite. Together we'll shine, bringing shadows to light. In this cosmic dance, we're connecting the dots.
Tune into the frequency, let's explore the spots. Here in the spotlight, we're taking our turn. With the fire in our hearts, let the passion burn. SNX Radio's call, ringing through the air. Together we rise, together we dare.
So join us now, let the rhythm flow. With SNX Radio, we're ready to go. Unraveling the mystery, side by side we stay.